Hello everyone. Today we are going to see barriers of doing business in BOP. So let's start by seeing the unique challenges business face when providing services to the bottom of the pyramid or BOP market. This segment includes millions of low income consumers worldwide, often in rural or underserved areas. While they represent a huge market with untapped potential, serving this segment is complex due to their unique needs and limitations. Let's explore some of the major barriers which company encounter and how they have tried to overcome them in the past. So let's start by seeing different barriers of working in BOP market. The first one is low margins and high volumes. Let's start with the financial challenge of serving the BOP market. Low margins and high volumes. Companies often need to sell a large number of products at low prices to make up for the profit margin. But in BOP communities, achieving high volumes can be very difficult. For example, consider our favorite example Hindustan Unilever in India. To reach low income rural customers, they introduce single use sachets for products like shampoo and detergent. By selling in small affordable packages, they aligned with spending habits of BOP consumers who may not be able to buy a full sized bottle of shampoo but can afford a small sachet. This strategy helped Unilever reach high volumes despite very low margin in this sachet. By creating products that meet both the financial and practical need of BOP consumer, this barrier can be resolved. The second barrier is accessibility issue of reaching BOP consumer. It can be physically challenging, especially in remote and scattered villages with limited infrastructure. Many BOP communities are difficult to access due to poor roads, unreliable transportation, and many other logistical obstacles. Let's take the case study of solar energy company M-Kopa. In East Africa, face these challenges when trying to bring solar powered lights to rural homes without electricity. Since these villages are often miles apart and hard to reach, M-Kopa had to develop a unique distribution network. They partnered with local retailers and employed last mile distribution agents who could deliver and install the lights in these remote areas. By overcoming accessibility issue, M-Kopa not only grew its market but also brought clean, sustainable energy to thousands of households. So barrier is there and solution is also there. The third barrier is decentralized small scale producers. BOP consumers often earn income through decentralized small scale businesses such as farming or local crafts. This decentralization makes it difficult for companies to streamline their supply chains or create consistent distribution channels. For example, in India, small scale dairy farmers are a perfect example of this decentralization. So, companies like Amul, a major dairy cooperative, tackled this by organizing farmers into cooperatives. Each farmer could contribute milk to the cooperative, which then handled processing and distribution. By centralizing production, Amul was able to streamline operations and deliver dairy product to BOP consumers while providing a stable market for small farmers who are scattered at different villages. A fourth barrier of BOP market is uncertain cash flow. One of the biggest barrier in the BOP market is the uncertain cash flow of consumers. Many BOP households don't have stable monthly incomes and they might rely on seasonal work or irregular earning. Many of them are daily wage earners. This makes it difficult for them to make upfront payment for any service. For example, microfinance has been a popular solution to this problem. Institutions like Grameen Bank in Bangladesh offered small loans to help BOP consumers finance business ventures, medical expenses, or any educational need. By structuring the loans in small, manageable repayments, Grameen enabled people to invest in their futures despite unpredictable cash flow. However, microfinance is not without its challenges, as it requires consistent income for repayment, which can still be a hurdle in highly unpredictable situation of cash flow in BOP market. Let's see the next barrier of BOP market business are lack of local knowledge and trust. Local knowledge and trust are essential in the BOP market, where unfamiliar brand or companies may face resistance. Building trust with BOP consumers takes time, and it requires a deep understanding of the local culture and their needs. Let's take the case study of PNG. It ran into this challenge when trying to sell water purification packets in rural area. At first, people were skeptical about using a product to clean their water when they had traditionally relied on natural sources for it. PNG overcame this by partnering with local healthcare workers who were trusted in that community. These workers demonstrated the product and also educated people on its benefit. By using trusted local figures, PNG was able to establish credibility and build trust with BOP consumers. So, the next barrier of operating in BOP market is competing priorities and mismatched demand. The priorities of BOP consumers can be very different from those in higher income segments. For example, while middle or upper income customers may see mobile phone as a necessity, BOP consumer might prioritize essential needs like food, clean water or education over mobile. So, for example, in rural India, many BOP families struggle with access to clean drinking water. For companies that want to sell other products like cell phone or cosmetic, they might find it difficult that this consumer prioritize their basic need over any such extra luxury items. Some companies address this by aligning their products with these priorities. For instance, Unilever's Lifebuoy brand markets soap as a health product rather than just a hygiene product. By focusing on health benefits, Unilever taps into higher priority need of BOP consumer as compared to soap. So, making the product more relevant and in demand is done by creating higher priority need. The next barrier is difficulty in predicting demand for BOP consumer. Predicting demand in the BOP market is complex because it is often influenced by seasonal employment, local cultural events and even government policies. Inconsistency in demand can lead to overproduction or shortages, both of which can cost very high for the companies. Let's take a case study of China's focus on rural education that highlights the difficulty in predicting demand in BOP markets. Government initiatives in certain regions suddenly increased the demand for educational materials as more children started attending schools. However, companies supplying this material face challenges in scaling their production up to meet that unexpected spike in demand. Additionally, as soon as government funding or focus shift, demand could drop suddenly, leaving companies with excess inventory with them. This unpredictability forces companies to be flexible and adaptive to changing conditions in BOP market. The next barrier, the eighth barrier, is limited access to financial services. Many BOP consumers lack access to traditional banking services, credit facilities, or even safe ways to save money. This financial exclusion restricts their purchasing power and makes it challenging for companies to offer product that requires upfront payment or installment options. Take example of Kenya. In Kenya, the mobile money platform M-Pesa revolutionized financial access by allowing people to store and transfer money using their mobile phone. This was especially beneficial in rural areas where banks were scarce. M-Pesa enabled BOP consumers to manage their finances more securely, facilitating microtransactions for everyday needs. Its success shows the importance of innovative financial solution in breaking down barriers to purchasing in the BOP market. So, if the barrier is there, find a good solution creatively and you can reach to the market. The ninth barrier is inadequate digital literacy and technology access. While digital solutions can enhance access and affordability, many BOP consumers have low digital literacy or limited access to technology like smartphones and the internet. This can make it challenging for companies that want to use digital platform for transactions, marketing or for customer service. Let's take a case of Google. When Google introduced Android based smartphones at a lower prices, they helped to reach more BOP consumers. However, they soon realized that digital literacy was still a significant barrier to reach them. To address this, Google launched Internet Sathi. Internet Sathi in India is a program that trained rural women to become internet guides in their communities. By educating people on the benefits of the internet, Google gradually opened up digital access for millions. But the process highlighted the barriers related to digital literacy and technology adoption in the BOP market. The 10th barrier of working in BOP market is limited access to reliable data and market insight. Conducting market research in BOP communities can be difficult due to fragmented data, language barriers and the lack of formal records. Without accurate data, companies struggle to understand consumer behavior, preferences and demand trend in this market. Take an example of Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola faced this issue in Africa when expanding their reach into rural market. They needed to understand purchasing patterns and consumption habits, but reliable data was scarce. And to overcome this, Coca-Cola partnered with local entrepreneurs who were already part of the community. These partners helped Coca-Cola gather insights, navigate local preferences and distribute their products more effectively. By relying on local knowledge, Coca-Cola could adopt its strategies, but the case highlights the need for innovative methods to gather data in BOP market. It's not easy to get data in BOP market as they are unstructured. The 11th barrier is regulatory and bureaucratic hurdles. In some BOP regions, regulatory and bureaucratic hurdles can make it challenging for companies to operate effectively. This could include complex licensing, inconsistent regulations or import-export restrictions. Navigating these requirements can be especially hard for small and medium-sized enterprises. Looking to enter BOP market is not that easy. For example, in Brazil, companies in the pharmaceutical sector faced high regulatory costs to distribute low-cost medication to rural areas. To address this, local government initiatives started offering subsidies and simplified regulations for companies selling essential medicines. However, even with support, regulatory compliance remains a costly and complex barrier in many developing economies, deterring some companies from entering BOP markets entirely. So, that is a very strong barrier which make company avoid going to this market. The 12th barrier is high cost of consumer education. BOP consumers often need additional education to understand value or usage of a product, especially when it's a new or involved unfamiliar technologies. Educating customer can be time consuming and expensive, but it's essential for ensuring the product is effectively adopted and used in that market. Let's take a case of Nestle. When Nestle launched its fortified dairy product in Africa, they had to invest in educating consumers about the nutritional benefit. Many consumers in rural area were unaware of the importance of fortified food and saw the product as an unnecessary expense. Nestle addressed this by conducting awareness campaigns with local health workers who could explain the product's health benefits to the community. While the educational effort was costly, it helped boost product acceptance in the long run. So, as customer education is one of the 12 principles, it can be costly also. The 13th barrier is infrastructure challenges like water, sanitation and energy. Many BOP communities lack basic infrastructure like clean water, sanitation and reliable energy, which are prerequisites for certain products or services. These infrastructure gaps can limit the effectiveness of products, especially in sectors like healthcare, nutrition and technology. Let's take an example of Philips. Philips introduced solar powered lighting solution in areas with limited electricity access. In many BOP markets such as part of sub-Saharan Africa, lack of reliable energy was a barrier to education and economic productivity. Philips solar lights enabled children to study after dark and provided households with a sustainable energy source. The case underscores how companies must adopt products to suit infrastructure limitations in BOP communities. The barrier 14th is difficulty in building brand loyalty. Brand loyalty can be elusive in BOP markets, where purchasing decisions are highly price sensitive. Consumer may switch between brands depending on the availability of discounts or promotions. Building brand loyalty requires companies to offer consistent value while keeping prices competitive. For example, fast moving consumer goods, companies like Procter and Gamble and Unilever have tackled this by offering loyalty programs that provide small but meaningful rewards to the customer. For instance, Unilever's loyalty program in Africa offered discounts on future purchases for frequent buyers. This approach incentivizes repeat purchase. Even in market where price sensitivity often undermine brand loyalty, such kind of incentives help to get repeat purchases. The 15th and the last barrier is unreliable supply chain and raw material constraint. In regions with unstable supply chain or limited access to quality raw materials, company may struggle to maintain product consistency and supply. This issue is especially pronounced in industries like agriculture or food processing, where supply chain rely heavily on small scale producers. Let's take a case when Mars Chocolate entered the West African market. It faced challenges sourcing high quality cocoa from smallholder farmers. To address this, Mars implemented training programs to improve farming techniques and invested in infrastructure to streamline cocoa transport. This approach ensured a reliable supply chain while supporting local farmers, but it required significant upfront investment to overcome these raw material constraints. So, to conclude, we have seen this 15th barrier. The BOP market presents both significant challenges as well as incredible opportunities for companies which are willing to innovate. To succeed, companies need to reimagine traditional business models and adapt to the specific needs, priorities and constraint of BOP consumers. From creating affordable product to developing trust based marketing strategies, Overcoming these barriers requires creativity, patience, and deep understanding of the BOP consumer. So that's all for today's session. Thank you and hope this session has given you a clear understanding of the barriers which companies face in the BOP market and also about innovative solution which they are developing. So stay tuned for more insight about how companies can successfully serve this unique and vital segment. Thank you.